Well, what are artificial preservatives? Artificial preservatives are a group of chemical substances added to food, sprayed on the outside of food, or added to certain medications to retard spoilage, discoloration, or contamination by bacteria and other disease organisms.
So what's wrong with that?
Artificial preservatives will preserve foods, but the artificial preservatives can be very harmful to your body. Artificial preservatives like sulfur dioxide and sulfates can be linked to hyperactivity, which is a condition categorized by excessive restlessness and movement. Furthermore, sulfur dioxide and sulfates can be very harmful to asthmatics. Nitrates are added to foods to maintain color and flavor. However, high intake of nitrates can be very harmful to you. Nitrates can get converted into nitrites during digestion and mix with hemoglobin to form a harder substance that makes it difficult for the blood to carry oxygen. Benzoic acid is a preservative used primarily in sauces. It can lead to hyperactivity, irritate eyes and skin, cause neurological problems, and is very harmful to asthmatics. So, one alternative to this is natural preservation. Okay, there are different forms of preservation. Drying, pickling, adding additives, freezing, and salting.
So which is most effective?
Well, I attempted to preserve natural foods at home. I oven dried papaya and pineapple. I also made a natural hair moisturizer and added additives. I had 3 hypotheses for each preservation method. My hypothesis for pickling was, if in the process of pickling, food is placed in an edible liquid that inhabits or kills bacteria and other microorganisms, then pickling should preserve foods for an extended amount of time. My hypothesis for drying was, if drying by heat reduces yeast and vegetative bacterial cells, then drying can preserve foods for an extended amount of time. And my hypothesis for additives was, if salt, honey, and essential oils are natural preservatives, then adding them to a substance should preserve the substance for an extended amount of time. I examined the fruit and health product for 4 weeks. I started to see some bacterial growth in 2 weeks. There was mold growth on the dried papaya, and the dried pineapple had browned. In the 3rd week, there was bacterial growth in the honey CHD, the honey cucumber hair drench, and the peanut oil CHD. The peanut oil CHD substance was very oily, and a creamy tan colored substance was on the surface of the substance. It also had a spoiled fruit smell. I concluded that the substance was no longer usable. The honey CHD was very much like the peanut oil CHD, except the texture of the substance was thick and dense and not as oily. I concluded that this was also no longer usable. So which was most successful? The salt CHD and the CHD with no preservative lasted up to 4 weeks without any bacterial growth. So I concluded they were both still usable. The pickled papaya also lasted up to 4 weeks without any bacterial growth, and I concluded that the papaya was still edible.